Hey dudes, let's finally look at some more Christian Kickstarters. The first one we're gonna look at is sort of typical to Kickstarter. Fund my comics. So, the comics are Christian Flag, 2 G's for extra godliness, and Alabaster and Shields of Faith, which I think looks like it's sort of like a group of heroes sort of comic. If you click on the video, it's just text saying there's these comics, they're Christian, you should go support them on Kickstarter, and there's some rewards like t-shirts and comics, of course. But doesn't tell us anything about the characters. They make you go read into it, which is sort of annoying. If you're gonna have a video in your Kickstarter, you should explain your project in the video and not just say, hey, fund this project on Kickstarter. People are lazy and they don't want to have to read a bunch of detail about your comic. Maybe just explain a few things about these characters and why we should care about them. The story arcs of Christian Flag, Shields of Faith, and Alabaster are all stories based on the power of light against the power of darkness. I messed that up because they have a comma right after the power of light. Based on the power of light, comma, against the power of darkness. No, you shouldn't. Stop it. Don't do that. The overcoming of evil with good, and the ability to use the word of God as a weapon against Satan and his plans to steal, kill, and destroy a person's life. Sounds familiar? Perhaps it does, but what makes these stories unique is that they will be told through the lives of faith-based action heroes. These faith-based action heroes will take on evil in such an epic way, it will definitely have you cheering these Christian heroes on in each issue. Funds raised for this project will go towards the completion of penciling, inking, coloring, and lettering all 3 comic books, the printing and delivering of all the backers' rewards, and the paying of Kickstarter fees. Any additional funding will go towards the second issues of each comic book thereafter. Just want to know why Christian Flag has 2 G's. Also, these heroes are super muscly. I'm getting like a 90s comic vibe a little bit with this, how ripped everyone is. God makes you ripped. Like, the art actually isn't too bad. Decent art. So far in this project, I have nothing to care about the characters besides that they're Christian. I guess you could get some funding if you get this circulating around in churches, but at the same time, looking through some of this art, it could also... There's one picture of this woman cutting I'm guessing a demon's head off, and like green blood coming out. Some Christian moms are very protective of what their children see, and even if it does have a Christian tone, they might not want their kids looking at violent imagery. So, yeah, might hurt the funding of this project there. The fact that Christians have to make their own media, it's sort of isolating themselves from the rest of pop culture a little bit. Like, we need our Christian messages and things. The next project is one you see a lot on Kickstarter too. Fund my apparel company. And what I'm gonna show is We Are 300 Clothing Company. And again, they have this video that's kind of similar to the comic book project, where they show their product in a video, but they don't really give us the details about the product in the video. We're just kind of shown it with some generic Kickstarter kind of music. We get these shots of some decent looking young people doing typical, like, I'm really posing poses, which I would think look more appropriate for still pictures and not these shots we're getting of them. So again, this project is not making me immediately inspired to go fund their apparel company within their video, because they're just generically showing me some things. So yeah, this video forces you to go read. And a lot of Kickstarter backers aren't gonna have the patience for that. Their goal is $5,000 and they're at $314 so far. And they have 47 days to go. You never know, they could get there with a lot of church networking. Their t-shirts are just these generic looking shirts with a word like dream and then the Bible verse referencing it. It's not like you can't find Christian t-shirts anywhere online or go to your local Christian bookstore and find some Jesus t-shirts or something. This idea of making Christian apparel look more cool isn't a brand new one, and I'm pretty sure if you looked online you could find some decent looking Christian shirts that don't look like your grandma would want to wear them. Their logo are these like arrows that are like just screams hipstery design to me, like trying to get that audience. I'll read a little bit of their campaign. The story of We Are 300 Clothing Company is inspired by the history of Gideon. It's a story of the underdog. The history of the Gideon shows us how God chooses an unlikely hero and takes him on a journey of victory against all odds. The 300 valiant men of Gideon were those who had decided to trust God despite the overwhelming military power that they were facing. Gideon was running away as he was facing adversity that was impossible to overcome. Yet God calls him a might warrior, calling him higher to destroy the army of countless enemies with a small army of men. We Are 300 Company identifies with Gideon's unwavering commitment to the Lord's assignment and his selfless, sacrificial attitude in the midst of his own self-doubt and fear. There's so much to read. No one wants to read this much when thinking about funding a project. And also, the stuff I'm reading could have just been read by someone in the project over this generic video of people standing around in their t-shirts. I'm gonna read the Our Quality Promise. Each of our collections are custom designed by our team of artists and are created from premium quality fabrics that are hand-selected by our designers. Each design features an exclusive hem tag that carries the We Are 300 Clothing Company avatar. Each tee has a custom printed tag inside of the neck area for ultimate comfort. So your t-shirt has the logo on the inside tag and it's printed with fabric. How is that gonna sell someone on this shirt? Custom designed by our team? Like, just look at this one. It's just freedom and John 8:36. We picked a word out of a Bible verse and put the scripture reference next to it, and that's your design. You have a team of artists doing this. I don't know why the people behind this campaign thought that Christian people were supposed to be impressed with this and help fund their apparel. Yes, I'm an atheist, but I don't even see, if I were a Christian, why I'd want these t-shirts. These very generic looking t-shirts. Alright, so this last project is a pretty sad one, and I almost feel bad pointing it out. So yeah, let's look at Christian art. Let's go to the description before we go to the video. My project about getting my work out there on my website to bring traffic to my website through a company that has the knowledge to that. You get people's, like the art galleries and the other art buyers, through a company called Storefront that have the knowledge to these contact to do that. Risks and challenges. Very limited risks. It's only one reward, and it's pledged $25 or more, and it's a Christian painting, and the description is Christian painting. The video is so sad. It has this stock intro, like it's in a gallery, and then goes to him. And it's... I know my videos haven't been that great, but oh my gosh. It's terrible audio.
It's with an angel shedding tears holding a little baby.
I barely know what he's saying. He just points out some of his Christian paintings and how they just come to him off the top of his head, and oh, I feel bad for the guy. Like, yeah, obviously someone helped you film this and put your Kickstarter together, but oh, maybe look into Etsy. Just set up an Etsy, man, and set up a Facebook page, maybe a Twitter. You don't need to set up this weird Kickstarter. Oh. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already. And later, dudes.